Time for another update on our VW conversion. And as you can see here, I've got one of the Tesla S battery modules on our workbench. And what I'm doing right now is basically wiring in a harness for the battery management system so that we can monitor what's happening with the batteries as they charge and discharge, and watching for temperatures and so forth like that. Plus, the battery management system, from what I understand, will help to balance out the cells inside the module, inside the battery module here. It's quite involved, as you can see here in the wiring diagram. But once you start looking closely at it, and with some research online and on the EV West page, it isn't horrible. But nevertheless, it is something you have to be real careful with, and make sure that you wire everything correctly so that you don't short anything out. But as you can see here, I've got my table is kind of organized chaos. There's a lot of different little pieces and tools and things that you need to get everything together and to do it right. But I thought I'd also show you the contactor or fuse box that I've wired together. As you can see in the shot here, I've got basically 3 different fuses here, some contactors right here, and then a shunt, I believe. And these are the larger units. You can see the terminals that I don't have any wires in right now. Those will be getting the heavy wire coming from the batteries. But so the way that I built this was, I saw a guy from New Zealand who had done his VW many years ago, and he had some great photos on there. So I kind of modeled it off of that, and then just designed it a little bit different, but modeled it off of that. And so let me pull my main wiring diagram. My main wiring diagram shows what you see in the screen here as the contactor box that I just built. And so you can see that there'll be a number of wires going in and out of the box. And this box, when I put it on the car, will be on the package shelf behind the rear seat. So it'll be a nice clean look, and it'll be real easy to, from there, wire in the contactor box to the control unit in the back of the vehicle. So, but here's another shot of 3 of the other batteries that I've already wired. It really does look like an organized chaos, but it does. It has its purpose, and they all seem to be working the way they're supposed to. We have at the moment, one of the other battery modules is at the welder's, and he is making a shelving unit, or kind of almost like a baker's rack type of rack. We're going to be putting 3 of these batteries in the front compartment, in the front trunk where the gas tank was, and then 2 of them behind the rear seat. And so what I had him do is he's building a special rack that will allow us to have a 1/2 inch space between each battery module for air circulation, and they'll be stacked up like this, and it should work out pretty good. And I've designed it so that the hood will close, and these will be securely in place and won't shift around at all in the car. So looking forward to getting those back, and once I get everything mounted into the vehicle, then I can start doing the main wiring, the permanent wiring, and so forth like that. But anyway, I appreciate y'all following my progress on this. A little bit slow right now. Had some other projects working on and some trips out of town. So anyway, we'll talk soon.